Greetings from Podcastville. The Church of What's Happening Now is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. A fresh new year has begun, and if you're setting on new goals for your business, it's extremely difficult to reach them without the right people on your team. ZipRecruiter has transformed how you go about finding them. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other hiring sites, ZipRecruiter does not depend on the right candidates finding you. It finds them. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes and industries to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, the Church of What's Happening Now family can get ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. One more time, try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Number 2, you know I'm going on it when I'm down in Austin, Texas on Friday to get my goodie bag. You know why? Because I can't live without it. I'm a 55-year-old dude. I got my head in 1,000 places. Alpha Brain fucking fills the void. Reefer fills the void. But Alpha Brain, spectacular. Okay? The Shroom Tech is finally working because I'm losing weight around my fucking diaphragm and I'm fucking doing the breathing exercises. Now the Shroom Tech is taking it to the next level. Listen, when it comes to supplements, Onnit is the way to go. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in.
Church.
Bam! And get 10% off of your first order delivered right to your house. Give it a chance. Give it a try. You wanted to start a new year. Here I am with an offer you can't fucking lose, okay? If you don't like the Alpha Brain, tell us. We'll send you the money back. We don't even want the product. Who's better than fucking Alpha Brain? Who's better than Onnit? Nobody. Go to Onnit, press in church, and get the party started. Go to ZipRecruiter, press in church, and get the party started. Kick that fucking mule, Lee. Beautiful motherfucking day to be alive. You're alive and kicking. You got the world by the balls. And who's going to fucking stop you? Nobody. You don't have to go to work today, you lazy cocksucker. It's Martin Luther King Day. How are you, Mr. Gomez?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. And I cannot imagine I cannot imagine a better way to be celebrating black culture and Martin Luther King than getting high with Uncle Joey and Lee Syatt. Two of my favorite people in the world. Definitely my favorite people in L.A., without a doubt.
This is what I'm talking about. We keep it simple. We keep it real. There's no drama. There's no fucking adjectives. There's nobody here sitting here fucking wanting to hang out and nothing. We're bare bones. We don't want to do nothing. We just want to fucking talk shit, smoke reefer, and talk to you beautiful people. How was your weekend, Lee?
It was good, but first of all, about the weekend, I don't know what it says about me. The best party I've been to in years was a 5-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah, Mercy throws a good party.
She really does.
She knows how to rock and roll.
But was that your kid's party?
Yeah,
I just had my son's 5-year-old birthday party.
Yeah, Saturday.
Just last Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
We saw the exact same day we celebrated our kid's 5th birthday.
No, when is your son's birthday?
My son's birthday is December 29th.
Okay.
But because it was during the break, we wanted him to be back in school and
get invitations.
So we did it, this past Sunday actually. Sorry.
So you did it the 6th.
Yeah.
Or the 7th, around there.
7th. The 7th.
Yeah, we did it. Her birthday is the 8th, but we did it on the 13th. And it was cool as shit. I got some Cuban potato balls. I got some pastelito. I got
all of them.
I got 22 fucking pizzas.
You did it at home?
And Coke. Nah, bro. We did it at the park. I got a yard. Okay? Right. But it's limited. I got weights back there. I got a barbecue grill with points back there. I got a living room set back there in the yard, like to sit back there, but not for fucking 60 kids.
No.
Not for the amount of kids that were coming with parents. So there's a park right around the corner. It's clean as shit. It's first come, first serve. You get 3 stalls. You put your food out there like a fucking Puerto Rican, beautiful. Nobody bothers you at all.
Yeah.
You bring the conga drums. Yeah. Nobody says dick.
You're not allowed to drink, though, right?
Listen, you can't jump up and down with booze and wave a Confederate flag. But if you're fucking sneaking a few cocktails, ain't nobody gonna bother at that park. But it's a kid's party. You know what I'm saying?
I forget that
I gave
Los
edibles
Angeles
to a few parents.
Of course.
Like some parents I know on the cool side, I brought them all a little tushy, like a fucking what you ate.
Yeah.
I told them, cut it in 4s. Don't fuck around with them.
Yeah. I live in New York, so there's no doing it outside in the winter. See, we literally have to rent a space or do it at one of our apartments. And in New York, everything's really tiny, so you can't have fucking 30 kids running around.
No,
in a little New York City apartment.
You gotta rent the space.
Yeah, we spent like $1,500.
Yeah, that's it.
On a 5-year-old's birthday party.
That's it.
Yeah.
Unless you got a garage. Listen, I could have done it 1,000 places.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those dudes. She don't need that shit. I don't want her in that fucking world. I'm going to tell people to stop with the gifts because they brought it up and it was a table full of fucking gifts. Took her 2 days to open the fucking gifts. 2 fucking days. When I left tonight, she was putting a ball with LOL balls into a fucking bucket so you melt them. You have to get the doll in a ball, get a bucket of water, and then put it in there, and then the thing fizzles like a blue Alka-Seltzer. Then you stick your hand in and take your toy out. And you don't know what the fuck the toy is. So you have to buy it not knowing what it is. It's a mind fuck for the child. It really is a mind fuck for the child.
And she loves it.
Yeah, they love it. I don't like it because you don't even know what you're buying. She asked me one day, she goes, if you go to my Toys R Us, get me, I think it's Cherry and Foxy. Then my wife goes, you're never going to find them, first of all, at Toys R Us. Number 2, they're sold out constantly. Number 2, you can't pick your own dolls. You got to keep buying them till you get the doll.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Sounds like
That's
those twist
fucking
things they used to have at the door.
Yeah.
Like you just open it up and you're like, oh, it's going to be something cool. And it's never...
That's brilliant. So that's the scam is they have you have to keep on coming back.
Keep coming back.
And it doesn't matter because you love your fucking daughter. So no matter what she wants, you have to say yes.
They got 80 dolls and then 80 little dolls that accompany them. You know
of course, and then they're going to fucking come out with the series 2.
The dolls have the purses.
Do they have a TV show yet? Is that how they get them?
I have no, they're on YouTube.
Oh, even better. So they don't have to wait for new ones.
They're on YouTube because they get you fucking early. But I'm cutting that shit out because I'm going to break it down for her and explain to her you're getting beat.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're buying. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it home and put it in a thing of water to fucking figure out what you're buying.
It's a better lesson than that.
Yeah.
It's a much better gift than that doll. Like letting her know she's got to fucking be more savvy than
You
that.
don't even know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, get your life together. How can you fucking buy something you don't even know what the fuck it is? You got to bring it home, put it in water, and wait there like a fucking do's and bots. And then, if it's a double, what do you do? What do? You trade the kid across the street?
You're describing how I buy weed in New York City.
That's how you buy it.
You just buy like what? I hope it's good.
No.
You come home.
I don't do that.
It's
shit,
not like Cali, you know.
No. Listen, bro. I don't like delivery service.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to send you away. I think 95% of the embarrassment for me who was ever getting a hooker was that I'll throw a bitch out. If that's not what I ordered, you're going without no.
Well, it's never what you order.
No, if you tell me you're sending over fucking Bridget Bardot, I'm waiting for Bridget Bardot.
Yeah.
She comes up with a missing foot. We're going to have a problem. I'm kicking it down the fucking stairs.
Yeah. Well, my move was I would jerk off before they got there and then not answer the phone.
You fucking dirty bastard. No, like, I don't like that shit. I don't like just calling somebody, unless I know you, Gomez, unless I'm buying weed from you from 8 years, and you actually call me up and go, like the Cat Williams joke.
Yeah.
You know, Doug, remember what I gave you last week? Yeah, this is stronger. Then I'm one of those dudes.
Right.
I take your word for it. But for me just to call like one of these services around here and say, give me the best you got, they're going to give me like 16% weed, and I'm going to be stuck at home. I don't want no delivery, nothing.
It's getting a little bit better in New York City now. If you have like a hookup, but it's nothing like it is out here. This shit's fucking crazy.
This is crazy. Now it's even taking the next step. It's even crazier now, bro. Now it's going to go recreational. Now the weed store opens at 6. Do you understand me?
Oh, in the morning?
6, yeah.
Of course.
6 a.m. to 10 at night. It's closed for 8 hours.
Dude,
16-hour day. 2 8-hour shifts the girls work over there now.
I got hooked up with Speedweed. Hooked me up. God bless Speedweed Soul. They're the fucking best.
He's the best. He's the best.
They gave me a thing of weed. I don't even know what it is. I'm not fucking with you. There were gold flakes in the weed. Gold flakes, Joey. I'm not making, there's no way else to describe it. It's gold inside of the fucking weed. I don't even understand it.
You saw those mushrooms.
Yeah.
Do they taste like mushrooms?
No.
They taste disgusting.
No.
Did you see horse shit on them? They were spotless, Bobby. Spotless.
Yeah.
Those things are spotless.
And Lee almost puked his fucking head
Lee
off.
didn't even taste the mushroom.
No, it's not the taste. It's like the texture does it to me. I don't know what it... And I know what
you
it...
put it in between 2 stars like a cheeseburger. Like a fucking...
And it falls out.
Yeah, you just freak out on the freak out.
I freak out about everything. That's
he freaks out on the freak out.
Lee is one of the most fun people to smoke weed with. And he never says no. But whether Lee is smoking, eating, or no matter what way he's consuming it, it looks like it is paining him to put it in his body. Like another, like it is fucking causing him so much pain to get, like when he eats the edibles, he drinks water, like it's like really causing him like horrible pain, and I feel bad for you.
I had to learn how to do it. It's like the competitive eaters.
No, you just have to just fucking put it in your mouth and chew.
Yeah, but not when you eat 10 of them. Like tonight we didn't go that crazy, but there's some nights like the last time you were here where I had 15.
Yeah,
it would take me an hour to eat 15 stars. Just normally
takes you 10 minutes. If I dipped them in hummus,
we tried that. It tastes gross. Fuck. No, but that's why I don't know if you guys ever get mad at like weed TV or weed in movies. Whenever they say they can't taste it in the edible, I just turn it off. Because I've never had.
Is that what bothers you? Is it like the taste? It's hard for you to get down. Is that why you need to drink the water with it?
Yeah, I take it like a pill. That's all. It's just the taste.
Because I love the taste of it.
I like the taste.
It tastes like candy to me.
I love.
Oh come on, man! You don't like the taste of weed?
I swear to fucking God, are you kidding me? You react the way I used to react to whiskey when I was like 17 or 18. The first time I would take a shot of whiskey, where it would like you'd really be like, "Oh, this is fucking awful," you know. But the taste of marijuana, whether I'm smoking it or eating it, I swear to God, I love it.
Smoking is different than eating, though. For me, I like it. I like it when a good joint tastes good, like that. Like that's something I enjoy. That ingesting marijuana, no, from who knows? Maybe it's from my early days of the brownies where they just taste really like you're eating dirt.
Over the last 6 years, I've given you every fucking.
Oh yeah, I've had everything.
I've given you everything. I've given you the.
And I like
chocolates.
gummies. Yeah.
I've given him gummies. He's had it all. Cookies, fucking, and
drinks.
Oh yeah, drinks.
Lee would weigh 165 pounds.
No, don't
if he
blame it
wasn't
on
just
me.
eating all the animals here.
Let me tell you something. Lee's fantasy is my fantasy. Okay, to be dropped off on an island with a room surrounded with your 5 favorite foods, endless amounts, and reefer, and you don't have to wear clothes. You could eat naked because nobody will ever watch you eat.
Yeah, you're alone.
You're alone.
Oh, love it. Love it.
About 3
That
weeks
does sound
ago,
great.
Nick the
Sounds unbelievable.
Turo came on the podcast. And he brought sausages and all this shit. And marinara sauce and the sausage, and he brought 2 loaves of bread.
I brought that loaf of bread.
There was one point I looked over at Lee, and he was over the bowl. Like at the end of the night, he was over it, like getting heat. And he was ripping the bread and dipping it, and there were crumbs everywhere, all over his face, the table. And I remember leaving, and I came back 3 days later to get high by myself one day, and I looked around here and it looked like a fucking bomb had hit this place. There was bread everywhere. When I tell you there was bread on the floor, the chairs.
That wasn't all me, to be fair.
No. Some of it was me, but some of it was me, some of it was Nick. I mean, we were eating here like fucking animals. We got so fucking high. That's the thing I don't like about animals. The shit we ate tonight makes you fucking hungry. 11:45.
Yeah.
Makes you want to kill a motherfucker.
That's my thing. That's my addiction.
You got to be prepared for the fucking hunger from this edible. At night I can control myself. With an edible, I eat an apple first, then I eat another apple, then I'll eat a piece of salami. And I'll break down.
Then it's over.
After 2 apples, I did my part, dog. The salami still won the fucking war. You know what I mean?
Every time I go to the store because of you, I buy apples for that reason. And that all works until I'm high. I've never won. Like, that's amazing to me that you actually go for the apple.
Oh, they taste so fucking yummy. When you don't eat a
peanut
lot
butter.
of
Apples and peanut butter is one of the best snacks in the world.
I can't have peanut butter in the house.
Peanut butter, you lose weight with. All natural peanut butter is just peanuts mashed up, doggy.
Not if you eat the whole jar in one night.
Listen, I'm a Jif dude.
It doesn't matter. It's just first of all.
Take your fucking natural organic peanut butter. Shut up, you New York ass. I want Jif. When I went to prison, Jif was there for Uncle Joey. I can't desert Jif now because I want organic.
Okay, first of all, they have organic Jif and they have all natural Jif.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I don't know.
So here's the deal. Listen.
Is it
okay,
creamy?
I don't like apple. I don't like peanut butter.
I used to weigh 330 pounds, okay? And it was specifically because of weed, okay? My first year of college, I started smoking weed when I was almost 18 years old, okay? First time I ever smoked weed. I was almost out of high school. I was like a proud, like straight edge, like, oh, I never smoked weed. I was proud of the fact that I didn't do drugs or drink or anything, right? And me and my friends just like out of nowhere on a whim, we're like, let's just fucking get high one day. And we, smoked a joint and I never turned back. That was it. One joint. You know when they say you don't get high with your first joint?
Yeah, I didn't.
I got dude, I got so high There was no, and then I've been chasing the dragon ever since. That first high, I rolled around on the floor with my friends, laughing harder than I've ever laughed in my entire life. I saw System of a Down and Incubus and Mr. Bungle that night, high for the first time. It was fun. It was incredible. Like, of course, I became a drug addict.
What a fucking! It's like falling in love.
It was unbelievable.
It was like now you. When I was a kid, I fucking hated everything that was associated with marijuana.
Yeah.
Louis Gomez, look at me. No.
Same thing.
Long hair, no. Earrings, no. That dirty look people had with the scraggly shirt, no. I didn't like nothing to do with it. And I played basketball. I went to karate, and the people I went to karate with were anti-fucking everything. They were even anti-sex, those young fucking little dummies. But in North Bergen, that was a completely different game. And I remember splitting the first nickel bag, $2 a piece, and smoking a joint. Louis Gomez, I fell in love.
Yeah.
I fell in love.
You hear music.
I had like maybe 8 albums the first time I got high. I mean, I knew music.
Yeah.
But at that time, my personal collection, I probably had like 7 albums. The Beach Boys, something like corny, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Once I started smoking weed, I fell in love with every aspect of music. It seemed like when I listened to music, no matter what language, no matter what they're saying, I always found something good in it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yoko Ono sounds bad, even if you fucking do heroin. You know, Yoko Ono's just bad. But everything pretty much sounds great when you're smoking pot. And you have like earphones, and you're relaxed, and you clear your mind to sit back and just listen to music. A lot of people can't do that. That was my escape when I was going through my shit as a kid.
Yeah.
I would just get as fucked up as I could and just tuck myself in a corner with earphones, and just that would be my world. That would be my safe place, you know. And it still is in many ways. A lot of times, if I'm having a fucked up day, I just go home, close the door in the office, plug the phone, put it in the fucking desk, and I put the earphones on and blast out, 6 old songs from my youth, something I haven't listened to. And I get my bearings back to me for a second.
That's why I like Pandora as opposed to Spotify. I just downloaded Spotify because Pandora, you can like discover shit that you forgot about. I put it's like a 90s rock station on, and like shit just comes up that you wouldn't think about, that you're not gonna like happen upon. You know what I'm saying?
I got Sirius and YouTube does the trick.
Yeah, that's great too.
YouTube, if you get something on YouTube you like, and you listen to it 2 or 3 times, I think it gets your whatever, because all the songs from that era will pop up.
Yeah.
So if I'm listening to AEIOU from 1982 disco, all the other disco shit that was on the station with that pops up on YouTube. So I'll get like, I said a hip hop, all that shit.
That's literally how they fucking make you an addict.
Well, I do it. I love it. That's today, you'll come to me, this guy will come to me, this guy will come to me, and I make mental notes. I'll write them down. You know what? When I get insomnia, when I wake up at 4 in the morning and I can't sleep, I'll listen to that band you told me about. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys. I'll write it down. I'll take your CD from you at a fucking show. I might not listen to it for a year, but I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And when I listen to it, that's when I go, holy shit, I wish I would listen to this sooner, or I should have threw this away when you gave it to me.
Did you play music? Because you're so passionate about music.
I was in a band like in the 6th grade.
Would you play?
I was a singer with John Bender, this kid Ray Cannell, and this kid Dean Allman. But I always played conga drums because I was my mom's bar. I had a big association with a lot of Latin musicians. So I always played conga drums. My uncle plays the congas. My family has a band in Cuba. So I would take 2 conga drums and put songs on the jukebox at the bar, and I put a hat on the floor, and I just play congas for donations and shit. People give me $5, $6
to stop.
Yeah, 20 to stop. 20 and fucking stop. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Yeah, I played drums. I was in a rock band in high school, and probably into my first year of college. But I was very passionate about music then. I lost the passion for it I love.
As a musician, you wanted to be in a band?
I was in a band. I wanted to do that. And I had a passion for music at the time. Like I loved going to see like live shows and bands.
Yeah,
like it was such a big fucking deal to me. And I don't know what happened. Maybe it was really when I started comedy. Maybe I just became like such a narcissist and like so in my own thing. I remember there was a moment where I saw there's a really great cover band in New York. They might not even be around anymore, but they used to play on Canal Street in the Canal Room. And they used to do like crazy fucking 80s covers, like really dope. And they had a really cool live show, like lasers and like cool shit. Really cool like New York experience. You go see this band. And I remember my son's mother, we were dating this like 7 years ago, before I had my kid. And we're watching this band. And I remember I'm watching them play and I got bummed out watching them play because I wasn't performing. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing at the time. And I remember it was kind of a moment where I was like, fuck, dude, I'm like not enjoying this. Is like a cool thing that I'm not really enjoying as much as I should. You know?
Well, there's two avenues to that. Either you became a comic, I think you're beating yourself up with the narcissistic shit and all those fucking big words. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but listen, man, there comes a time where you have so much time. Do you understand me, Louis Gomez? You have so much time.
You only have so much time.
You only have so much time. And you have to start picking of what's important. Do you want to make a living? Do you want to go watch bands play?
Yeah.
You know, if I lived in New York right now, I would have a goal of 2 clubs a month. But all that shit has changed than when I lived in the city. When I lived in the city, it was all day of type shit. I mean, they promoted on the radio and first come, first serve. There was no online, you know what I'm saying? Get tickets online. That's all gone, you know?
Right.
So for me, I'd be like a dinosaur myself, unless you'd say to me, Joey, this is a great band. Let me take you to go see them. Like, I'm thinking of going to see Joe Perry tomorrow night. I don't know if it's sold out or not. See if it's sold out, Lee, tomorrow night at somewhere in Hollywood. You know, I'm thinking of going to see Joe Perry. Let's see if we can get some Joe Perry tickets.
Yeah.
On motherfucking Luther King Day. Last time I seen Joe Perry was in '83 at Radio City Music Hall. Are you fucking kidding me? Or what?
That's great.
35 fucking years ago. I'm a fucking dinosaur. Anyway, who gives a shit? No, you have so much time, bro. And people get angry with you. People. How much?
Starting at 110
$110 a ticket?
That's not bad.
for general admission.
Jesus, where's the? It's
That might be resale.
Yeah, where is it at?
The Roxy.
The Roxy, yeah. So it's great to see Joe Perry.
Yeah, that's great. $100 see Joe Perry at the Roxy. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big Aerosmith fan, but I go see Joe Perry at the Roxy.
I always have. I'm a big fan of his.
You know what it was with me? Even when I was a kid with music, I always like. I never really liked. Even with like pro wrestling music, I always liked the alternative to what was like popular. Like growing up, for some reason, it never like got me like excited to like the either the band or the fucking whatever it was that was popular. I was always like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like so like Aerosmith, I never really got into Aerosmith, but I was like really into Motley Crue. I was really into fucking like Skid Row. Yeah.
Zeppelin?
Yeah, but not the same way I was into Motley Crue and Skid Row.
Sabbath?
No. You know, the other thing is, I had a sister who's 2 years older than me. So when you have a sibling, you kind of just, whatever they fucking like, you like.
You like, right.
You know, you don't really have a choice. So when my sister was growing up, like, you know, I was born in 82, so, yeah, dude, she was fucking cool as shit. Even though she wasn't cool, she was just cool as shit to me. So all the bands, she loved Poison. So I was like I was like a little gay kid who liked Poison. Just fucking wearing a Poison t-shirt. No little Puerto Rican kid in Haverstraw, New York, wore a fucking Poison t-shirt in 1989. And that was my first 2 concerts ever. Poison, the Private Poison Pizza Party. We won tickets from Z100. My mom won us tickets. And then we saw Poison at the Orange County Fairgrounds. And I loved it.
No, I love the whole excitement of the thing. I just don't like getting ripped off. When I found out parking for the Rams games was $100, I almost lost my fucking mind. That you have to fucking buy the thing before you go to the game, a fucking parking space $100.
Oh yeah, and each time, and
for
then
the fucking Rams.
not even that.
That takes my whole fucking excitement away from going to see football and any of that shit.
What about movie theaters? What about having to pay to park at a movie theater?
Like I said before, I don't mind going to an event and paying. I just don't want to feel fucked in the ass. I'm like the regular American consumer. I don't mind paying your overpriced ticket, all right? I don't mind doing that and sitting somewhere nice with my family or my friends. But when you bang us out for $100, I heard it's $150 for Rams parking. $20 is like a fucking 12-block walk or some shit like that. That kills me. That just kills me. Joe Perry tomorrow night, $110. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. Yeah. But again, not fucking really. It's not Aerosmith. It's Joe fucking Perry.
Yeah.
I'll give you the half a yard and whistle home. You know what I'm saying? But a fucking yardstick on a Monday night, you got some pair of balls on Martin Luther King's birthday. You follow me? No, dog.
No, you're not gonna go. They turned you.
Yeah, I don't mind lifting the rock, but these people want to fuck you in the ass, and that's what they want to do to the whole consumer. Look at this thing with the little kid with the LOL doll. They start fucking you in the ass when you're 4. So
what kid?
My daughter with the LOL doll.
Oh, okay.
Well, did they have something like that when you were a kid? They had it when I was growing up.
What they have?
They had Pokemon cards. They had.
Yeah, but those aren't expensive. How much are those dolls?
Yeah, but if you buy 8,000 of them, these kids had packs.
When I was a kid at golf, when I was growing up, when I would go take those Miami trips at golf gas stations, for 50 cents, you gave them fucking 50 cents or a quarter.
Pokemon weren't 50 cents. Pokemon
No, they were like a quarter or something. Whenever you filled your gas tank, whenever you got gas, you got 3 fucking stickers and you put them in a book. And when you filled the book, you won a fucking award or something like that. You know, I mean,
I guess Topps cards was kind of like the version because you're trying to get the card, but it wasn't the same type of fucking.
Well, Top cards would give you a little fucking love every 3 packs.
Yeah,
I would just buy a box. Like when I was a kid, I would go work in my mother's bar. I would swindle them out of a 20 one way or another, and I just go buy a box of baseball cards and fucking
Jesus.
go home and eat all that fucking gum and get jazzed up.
Yeah, I would just fuck.
I'd have a stack of that stick gum. That's the real fucking jaw builder right there. That's why chicks in the 70s don't mind sucking your pipe, because they chew that fucking bubble gum.
Bazooka Joe gum. You gotta gnaw on it for fucking
Bazooka. That other one, the one that came with the baseball cards.
Before you could break through it.
The one that
it was like yellow and blue.
No, the one that came with the baseball card was pink. Okay,
really.
And sometimes if the cards were rotten, you got the hard stick, and you broke that thing in half, and it broke on a thing. That's worse than a shiv in prison. You'd slice the roof of your fucking mouth, dog. Yeah. You know how many times I cut the fucking roof of my mouth with one of those bubblegum sticks from a baseball pack?
Yeah.
But we were tough. We didn't give a fuck. Nobody sued Topps Baseball. That's what you get for chewing the gum, you dumb motherfucker.
Well, now they're out of business.
Are they?
No, they're not. Actually, I think they're still in. I think they're doing UFC cards.
And nothing works the fucking jaw like a piece of bazooka when it's old, like it's stiff, but you still take the chance. You give it a lot of saliva and you try to break it down with the enzymes.
I feel like this is an analogy that I'm missing.
No. There's a little bazooka gums. You know those little bazooka gums?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you go into the bodega and they're very fresh.
Yeah.
You buy, let's say you have like 8 cents. And you look around. You don't want to put 8 cents in a fucking thing for somebody, for some fucking whatever to come and touch it with his fingers.
Oh my god!
So you go, how much are the bazookas? And he goes, 3 cents a piece. And you go, here's 8. Give me 2. You even leave 2 cents, and you take 2 of them. And before you turn, you look at the front page of the Daily News. And as you open up the gum, you pop it in your mouth, and you start chewing it. If it's fresh, you read the article in the Daily News, the front page, and you're like, wait a second, let me get 10 more of these for the walk. Because there's nothing like fresh bazookas for the walk.
Why not just buy a whole pack?
No, they come like this. They only come in a fucking pack, Lee. They only come in a individual.
So you used to buy the sticks 10 at a time?
No, you could buy whatever you want. Not the sticks.
They were nickel
not
each.
the baseball sticks.
No, I know what you're talking about.
They're the joke, too. They're the little
joke inside.
Yeah, the little
and
joke.
a tattoo. Which doubled as a fucking tattoo.
Okay.
It was that was a 5-cent fucking party, dude. They had a tattoo, they had a joke, they had a little fucking story thing like a comic book, and the gum for 5 cents.
Yep.
Name one thing today you can get for 5 cents that gives you all that.
Nothing. I can't even make a joke about it. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think you can buy anything for 5 cents now.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Do you give your kid an allowance? Because I'm thinking about giving my kid an allowance. I'm trying to think of the appropriate.
Just turned 5.
Appropriate
this
amount.
Is the deal. I'm gonna bring her here once a week for an hour and give
just to do your ad reads.
maybe do the ad
That'd be
reads, maybe
history.
clean up a little bit. I'll make it, paint something for the wall.
Right.
And then I'm going to give her a slash allowance slash $10 an hour for help.
10, Jesus.
Solid.
Kids have got a better deal now.
That's solid.
It's a pretty decent job, actually.
I'm going to give her 10 for
I'm debating moving to LA and being that guy for you.
I was gonna say you're gonna try to adopt.
Can I paint things for you and clean up once in a while?
Listen, you got to remember one thing. An hour in her mind is fucking 10 minutes.
Well, it's like fucking
So she's
one
gonna- she's
1,000th of her
gonna-
life.
She's going to come in here and rub the chair with something, rub this. She's going to help me throw stuff away. I got to hide all the fucking paraphernalia. I'm going to tell her to throw away the gum to help me with the albums. And then,
My son saw a blunt in my ear the other day. I rolled a blunt. I was leaving him with his babysitter, and it was in my ear. And, oh, no, dude. He was already in bed. Dude, he was already in bed. I rolled a blunt after he was in bed, getting ready to go. You know, and the room is pretty fucking dark. Like, really dark, actually. But his eyes had already adjusted to being in the room. So I walk into the room to go get something. I had a blunt behind my ear. So I was going to leave. And he goes, Dada, what's in your ear? And I was like, a pen. And I told him it was a pen. And now he brings up fucking every single day. He's like, do you remember how you had a pen in your ear? Why'd you have a pen in your ear? So I was like, fuck. But it's kind of funny, like,
now I got to put a pen in you when your wife's around.
I know.
So in case he goes, what was he talking about, a pen in your ear? Not in my ear. I was carrying books, and the pen was going to fall, and I put the pen in my hat.
I did tell him at, was it Christmas? Whatever holiday it was, there were edibles, and people had them, and he wanted candy, because he saw candy. They were little, like, Tootsie Rolls, basically. And I told him that, I was like, you can't have them. I was like, I told him there's alcohol in them. So, I think that, why do we demonize weed and like edibles and all this other shit? But people are drinking wine and whiskey and beer at a Christmas party or whatever. So I just kind of, the easiest way for him to understand it is that it would, you know, it's for adults and it would intoxicate you. You know, he understands what alcohol is. I don't have to, you know, explain what weed is just yet. But I also felt like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to like tell him, you know, the truth that this is, you know, something that adults are, you know, doing, and it's not for kids, and it gets you, you know, drunk like it would alcohol. You know, is that crazy?
Whatever works for you, brother.
Yeah.
You know, whatever works for you. You're the guy that's got to deal with it later or not. You know, I'm not saying you're the guy. I'm saying whatever you tell your child, somewhere along the line, you know I got to stop smoking in the back room at the house.
Well, I mean, eventually she's going to get up and see the internet where you're smoking weed on YouTube. I do the same thing. Like,
I think she caught me in Huntington Beach.
No.
She didn't say nothing. My wife hasn't said nothing, so she didn't say nothing. But I was smoking on the balcony like fucking Johnny Musada.
yeah.
I threw the joint in the grass, and when I turned around, she was just looking at me
Oh,
like,
no.
fuck. And I think she said it to herself, like, my daddy's smoking. Or at least that's what I saw. But I see a lot of things.
She might have like literally thought you were smoking. Like
A cigarette.
no, like literally like smoke. Because I don't know, they're 5. Do they know what that stuff is?
Lee, Jesus Christ. Do you think they're retarded?
Yeah, well, no, but they're 5. How do they know what smoke is? I don't know. I don't think I knew.
I think she saw me. She didn't say nothing to mommy. And that's all that matters, because when she does say something to mommy, then mommy will say something to me.
Then it becomes a problem. I don't know how to deal with it. I just feel like he's going to grow up. You know, I'm very open about smoking weed. I do it on camera, and there's pictures, and I have weed sponsors and fucking bongs that sponsor the podcast, and it's like, you know, I almost feel like if I'm hiding it, would I hide drinking a beer? I don't drink, but if I was drinking a beer, I wouldn't hide it from him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't smoke in front of him, but at the same time, I almost feel like I have to have an honest conversation with him. He's 5 years old now. It's like at one point, you know, is he going to know that his dad, you know?
Yeah, burn that bridge when you get to it. But for right now, in today's society, you can't be... Listen, all you need is for that poor kid at 6 to go into school and tell one of those peanut allergy kids that his daddy smokes marijuana, and next thing they get a knock on your door and your wife gets a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
So you don't need this shit right now.
That's true.
You know, this is...
But that's what's fucked up, though, because you wouldn't get a letter in the fucking mail, or you wouldn't have anybody knocking on your door if you were drinking, if you were getting hammered every day.
What are you going to do?
It's fucked up.
That's the way life is. You want to take it to the Supreme Court? Take it to the Supreme Court. But, that's the way life
No, we're going to fight this on Martin Luther King's birthday.
I don't know why they do this with marijuana. I don't know. I don't have the fucking answers. All I know is I like getting high. I get high in the mornings before I see the devil, whatever the fuck. But back to you and your situation, anybody's situation as a parent. My stance is basically this, okay? If your child sees you drinking or smoking pot, you're their hero. If come the day the opportunity come and 3 kids come up to your child and say, hey man, do you want to drink? And you're like, they say, yeah, why wouldn't they? You actually told your fucking kid that you were you actually dropped them somewhere to spend the night because you and your wife were going to some party. And the next day when you pick the fucking kid up, you can't stop talking about your goddamn hangover. Kids remember that.
Yeah, and what a whore his mom was being at that party.
No, not really. But kids remember that shit. Kids remember those little things. And then when they're 16, it's their time to get asked, do you want to drink? Why wouldn't they? They're fucking hero drinks.
Right.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Would you be upset if your kid at 16 started smoking weed?
I don't know. I'd have to see what was the purpose, who was she smoking it with, what is the situation. I don't know.
I think the scary part is like, you're right, the parents are definitely the heroes, but especially now with everyone on like all the TV shows and everything online, they have 10 heroes, 15 heroes. So
but it's different, dude. When you got a kid, they don't fucking give a fuck.
Superman was Superman when I was a fucking kid, too. Please. The problem is that I just I see the kids that I grew up with, that their parents were like drinkers, and I see the kids that their parents that didn't drink, and now I'm taking mental notes about my situation. Number 2, my situation was completely different. When I was 5, I went to PAL, and they take you over and show you about drugs. And what they didn't show me, my mother fucking showed me, okay? My mother took it out and showed me at the fucking house and said, you see this shit? You don't do this shit.
The actual drugs?
Oh, yeah. My mom had weed at the house, coke, the whole fucking deal.
I was too. My mom made all her mistakes with like letting on that she was into drugs with my sister, and I was too young. So I didn't know until like later on. But that's crazy. Like I had no idea what drugs were. I had no idea what anything was until I was way older.
It's so weird that then you have kids that their mother's on crack or dope, and the kids take care of them, and they live their life because they've already seen the other side at a young age. So there's 2 sides to that coin.
Yeah,
you follow me? I'm not accusing.
No, yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think there. I think there's nuance with everybody, and everybody reacts to the world differently.
I'm just talking about light everything. The word party and what all these things become in your house when you're talking in front of your child.
Yeah.
I saw how they affected me. I saw all those words, all those green lights affected me. There's a reason why some kids smoke when they're 12, and some kids like Lee smoke in college for the first time. There's a reason for that, bro. And you have to decide what you want. Let me ask you a question. You one of those guys that wants to smoke weed with your son when he's 13 in front of your buddies?
I mean, I'm hoping that my kid...
And the kids come over and they listen to your stories. I smoked pot with Cheech one time. Tell us more, Mr. Gomez. Go fuck yourself.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
Nobody wants to be the fucking guy.
No, and to be honest with you, I want my son to hopefully never want to alter his reality. I'm hoping that he's in a, wants to, he's just fucking, the ideal... thing is you raise your kid in a world where they just want to fucking, they love every moment of life that you've created for them. But, that's just not, I guess that's not the case. I mean, look, will my kid probably smoke weed one day?
Yeah.
You probably, yeah.
Keep talking. I'm just going to open the door. It's getting smoky up in this motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm smoking a joint. That's why. Sorry, guys.
No.
Getting it fucking baked in here. But yeah, I mean, that's like, look, dude, I don't know, man. That's kind of tough to deal with thinking about that. That's the other thing is like the stupid shit we say on podcasts and like the crazy shit. Like that's part of like, doing this where you go, like how I'm gonna have to explain to my son one day some of the stupid shit I've said, and like, hey, it's a joke, and he's gonna have to understand the nuance of what that joke is, especially growing up in a world where it's very much like geared towards social justice and being a liberal, and he's going to a private school, and it's very much like, dude, they did an interview with his mom. They were like, "What are your thoughts on social justice? What are the most important issues with you?" Like, it's fucking that is part of the curriculum at this point. And I'm gonna have to explain to my kid one day the fucking the words that I use and the shit that I say. And that's something that I haven't even completely put together how I'm going to do yet.
No, you burn that bridge when you get to it. You're always thinking about them. You're always looking at them. You're loving them. And you're thinking when the day you have to talk to them about this or that, you're hoping that day never comes, but you still want to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
You want to see where they fucking stand. You learn two things when you grow up without a parent or with a parent. You learn so much as a kid. You watch your friends and you see how their parents act. And in your neighborhood, you look at your people that you grew up with and you know the type of parent you want to be. You see what the results were. I'm 55. I grew up with kids that are really fucking successful. And I think about why. And and it's very easy. They came from strong fucking houses.
Yeah.
And they do drugs, and they did everything.
Yeah.
They were right there snorting coke with me. But their house and the bricks was so fucking solid that they never forgot who the fuck they were. Do you follow me? And then I got other guys that just went off the fucking deep end and never came back, or they're coming back now, or they're still fucking running this game. And I know what they were treated like at that. So I'd rather go with what the fuck is going on out there. All of a sudden we're dying in here, smoke inhalation. I opened the fucking door and all of a sudden it's fucking Fast and Furious meets fucking live PD out there. So it's up to you. I mean, you look at your child and you know what you want for your fucking child. Yeah. What the fuck do I want? Do I want him in this mix? Do I need this shit? If you expose your child and play it off like this is fucking cool, and this is, listen, it's still against the fucking law. Okay? There's still places. So it's up to you. It's at that time you got to make the call.
Yeah.
I got to get out of there and stop smoking around the back. She's going to be 7 one day. She already looks at my hands when I come back from the back.
Oh, really?
She senses something. She ain't fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You don't think she fucking smells it in my office? She don't look at my drawers.
Yeah.
There's no edibles in my drawers. I got shelves. She can never reach the edibles. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else I put in a fucking safe, nobody could find fucking guts, So I don't want her to bump into shit into the drawer.
Yeah.
There's no vapor pens in the drawer. What she has access to, there's nothing in those drawers, you know? And you try your best, brother. That's all you can do. I mean, you don't want your kid doing drugs or being a fuck up early on,
Yeah.
I believe that every kid's going to do what they're going to do. I was destined to do what I was going to do. I grew up in a bar. I saw the good and bads. I grew up with people who snorted coke. I saw people shoot heroin when I was a kid. I had a bunch of options. And I took my chances as well, knowing the consequences. Ended up in prison. Still kept fucking around. Do you really learn? I mean, when the fuck do you learn? So you have to live your life, and at one point you have to cut the umbilical cord from your child. But while you have the umbilical cord, you lay the best bricks that you can lay. That's the only way I can see it now at my age and what I've seen,
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think it's, I think people don't put enough thought into, kind of what that means. I think you look at like kids menus at restaurants, dude. It's the shittiest fucking food in the world. Like, it's just at a baseline, we're like, give them fucking, macaroni and cheese,
chicken
and
nuggets,
fried chicken nugget. You know what I'm saying?
They're killing them.
It's just like it's a very weird thing. It's the opposite. It's like, and you see, like, when I went to my kids' an orientation for the parents at this private school, and dude, it was like college. It reminded me of like when I went to college, my first year of college, or my second year of college. They did this big orientation. They're walking, and they make this big fucking deal, and this is kindergarten that he's going into, and I was like, in my mind, I'm going, this is actually the way it should be. It should be a much bigger deal to go into kindergarten than we're kind of making it. And I think we push them into a system that, sit at a desk, act this way, react this way. That person's the boss. If you don't learn this way and you can't learn this way, then you're a problem child. It's kind of fucked up, and that's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, the fact that we're even having the conversation and we care enough to fucking talk about it and think about it and do whatever we can do about it means that we're doing way better than my fucking mom, ever did, or, I don't know your whole situation, but, yeah, it's fucking, I almost feel like we should put, my son's mother, God bless her, because I don't know, man, if I had a shittier chick to have a child with, I had an ex that was a fucking lunatic. If I would have had a kid with her, oh my God, dude, I think about this every day of my life. Like, if I would have had a fucking, dude, I was hitting it raw. I was doing whatever. It was crazy. And I think about how much I would have, because I love my son. There's no way I could, like, abandon my child. But the reality is, dude, I don't know. This shit was so bad that, like, I don't know how I would deal with it. But my son's mother, she's such a good fucking chick, and she cares so much about, like, what he eats and what he puts in his body and, like, fucking the type of education he has. She makes it kind of easy on me. You know what I'm saying? She makes me very conscious about it. But it's like, I didn't get any of that shit when I was a fucking kid, dude. When I was a kid, they threw me into a fucking school, and they were like, all right, figure it the fuck out. My mom was so... I look at what it is to be a parent now and what my mom fucking did, and it's like... God damn it, dude! She didn't do anything. I don't think I ever remember once in my entire life being read to. I don't remember ever being read to ever. Just crazy. That's fucking crazy,
they read to you.
Brother.
You just don't remember,
brother. I'm telling you, I don't. I remember.
Your mom's Spanish?
No, white. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Italian Irish, and my mom was Italian
Your
Irish.
mom's still alive?
No, my mom died when she was 22.
How was your relationship with her?
Not good.
How old were you when she passed?
I was 22.
Oh, you were 22.
Yeah, she was, I don't know, what was she, like 40 something? I don't know.
And how was your relationship with her growing up?
Not really good. Yeah, not great.
What'd she do for a living?
She was a hairdresser, but she really was, I mean, she wasn't. She was like, I don't want to sound mean. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm shitting on the dead and I'm shitting on my mom, but she just wasn't fucking very motivated. What I find important in a person, you know what I'm saying, in a quality person, in terms of what they do, and how they conduct themselves. She didn't live her life that way. You know what I'm saying? So she, she collected welfare and Section 8, and, she did drugs, and she wasn't really motivated to, kind of like pull herself out of that, And you're, people are different. Like they either, they kind of emulate what their parents do, or they go the opposite direction. And I went very hard the opposite direction, very hard. Like my mom was fucking, brutally abusive, violent, like fucking, like emotionally abusive, like really, really fucked up.
How old was her and how old were you when they split? Or were they together?
Well, no, my dad was murdered when I was 4 years old. He was stabbed to death. No, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, my dad was murdered when I was a little kid. Yeah. So, yeah, it was fucking tough, dude. Yeah, well, it wasn't a great life,
And what part of New York was this in?
This was in Paterson, New Jersey. Yeah, which is fucking like ghetto.
Yeah, it's ghetto.
Yeah, people know. People don't. People don't know, like, Jersey. Jersey doesn't sound ghetto. People don't get it,
No, it's very...
You go to pockets of Jersey.
Hard. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, it's fucking...
I'm not one of those type of dudes that are like... But those East Oranges, those Passaic, Camden... You go down there fucking around, you get shot, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You get shot. And
yeah, my dad was stabbed to death in the streets of Paterson, New Jersey.
Yeah, Paterson, it's a fucked up situation out there. I used to go to Paterson to eat, and that's where the docks are, right? For longshoremen, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
There's something in Paterson I used to do. But when I was a fucking kid, there was this Puerto Rican dude. They used to call him Paniagua.
Wait a minute, that was my father. Imagine.
I was waiting for it, like, oh my God.
We're finding out right now.
Paniagua was the dude that implicated my mother the last time she got pinched.
Oh, shit.
Before she died. And he was a Puerto Rican dude at a bar in Paterson. and he called the bar phone and asked for coke, and the bar phone was tapped.
Motherfucker.
So they arrested him. He didn't rat on my mother, but they had the tapes or some shit, and he got thrown out. Something happened. He got thrown out. But fucking Patterson's a scary place. Patterson East Side and high school.
Yeah, that my mom went to high school for like a few months, and that was where she went to high school.
Fucking school, bro.
Fair East Side. That movie.
Patterson East Side, Patterson Kennedy.
Yeah.
There was a couple Patterson.
How many Kennedy schools do they have in New Jersey?
They're everywhere.
Also, my mom was a habitual liar, so I bet that was a lie.
That she went there.
She told me she knew Madonna. She was a fucking liar. Anyway, keep on
Did she
going.
tell you she knew Madonna?
I swear to God, she told me she knew Madonna.
How did you know Madonna?
She didn't even go beyond that. She was a shitty storyteller too.
Where's speaking of fucking shitty storytellers, where's my man Tony? Greetings from Podcastville. The Church of What's Happening Now is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. A fresh new year has begun, and if you're setting on new goals for your business, it's extremely difficult to reach them without the right people on your team. ZipRecruiter has transformed how you go about finding them. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other hiring sites, ZipRecruiter does not depend on the right candidates finding you. It finds them. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes and industries to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, the Church of What's Happening Now family can get ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. One more time, try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Number 2, you know I'm going on it when I'm down in Austin, Texas. I'm proud to get my goodie bag. You know why? Because I can't live without it. I'm a 55-year-old dude. I got my head in 1,000 places. Alpha Brain fucking fills the void. Reefer fills the void. But Alpha Brain, spectacular. Okay? The Shroom Tech is finally working because I'm losing weight around my fucking diaphragm and I'm fucking doing the breathing exercises. Now the Shroom Tech is taking it to the next level. Listen, when it comes to supplements, Onnit is the way to go. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in.
Church.
Bam! And get 10% off of your first order delivered right to your house. Give it a chance. Give it a try. You wanted to start a new year. Here I am with an offer you can't fucking lose, okay? If you don't like the Alpha Brain, tell us. We'll send you the money back. We don't even want the product. Who's better than fucking Alpha Brain? Who's better than Onnit? Nobody. Go to Onnit, press in church, and get the party started. Go to ZipRecruiter, press in church, and get the party started. Kick that fucking mule, Lee. Beautiful motherfucking day to be alive. You put the party together. Johnny Utah, Max Justice, Federico Diaz, Ray Viscus, Tony Herland, Josh Garcia, and James Michael. Ray, Roy, RIVC, something like that. I don't fucking know. You know I love you. I got high. I fucked up my boy's song out of West New York, New Jersey. My boys, I was going to put them on tonight, and I fucking wrote the fucking thing. I can't went through the paper, so I'll put it on fucking Wednesday night for you savages. You know I love you motherfuckers. It's a little band out of fucking West New York. Couple fucking Ricans, couple Cubans. I think they got a fucking Guatemalan on the organ. I don't fucking know. Go, Lee. Okay. Let's do this. This is for all the money right now.
I'm just going to mute my mic. Sorry.
Don't worry about nothing.
Martin Luther King had a dream, Lee.
That's right, Lee.
And it was
Lee, don't even bite it. Just drop it and put the water over it.
Lee,
Jesus Christ.
Lee, pretend it's an Advil.
How? I do. That's what I'm trying to do.
It's together. Just put it in your mouth. Don't chew it. Put it in your mouth and drink the water right behind it.
Well, that's what you were doing. That's what you eat, Advil. You put an Advil in your mouth and then spit it back into your hand.
You know, when you get locked up, they do a statistic thing on you. It's called whatever the fuck it's called. When you first get to prison, they do the diagnostic. Swallow, Lee, go like a soldier. There you go. Look at him. He's choking to death. Swallow that thing like a soldier. This is what I'm talking about. See how easy it is? Well, you do a diagnostic, and they break you down pretty much. They ask you questions about your family and alcoholism and drug use. And I wonder what the statistics are of children who come from a home where broken home A.
I
broken
mean,
home where
all
there was
of them.
alcohol.
Come on, all of
A,
them.
a broken home. No.
How many people do you think are in prison? I mean, an almost immeasurable amount that didn't have some sort of issue at home. I mean, where it was just straight up two loving parents that grew up. I mean, I'm sure it's the exception. There's exceptions, and I'm sure it exists. But even those people, I'd have to fucking look deep into what happened there, because I would assume they were getting fucked by their uncle or some shit like that, But I mean, you look at that, dude. You look at like violent crime, dude. It's always fucking the father being out of the picture is a very, very big part of it. I know they do studies about like kids not being read to. They do studies about kids fucking being exposed to violence, being spanked, being even the threat of violence at a very early age. Them going on to being violent later on in their life. There's a lot of different things, and we only fucking have this information now. We just started having the internet. In 50 years, we're gonna figure all this shit out. 100 years,
we know it.
All right, let me break it down for you.
Fucking
The first fist fight I saw, that I didn't know what was going on, was my stepfather. And then shortly after that, I got hit in the head with a lunchbox in Central Park. And that was traumatizing as fuck. But I was also traumatized. Hold on, you open up the goddamn window. I was also traumatized at the age of 3 by the death of my father. It always fucked me up. It comes back to haunt me, even because I don't remember him. I remember like one or two things. But my stepfather, A, was violent. B, weapons all over the fucking house. C, the drug use. I know my mom was into shit. My stepfather didn't do dick. Just all these variables. And I sit here sometimes and I go, why am I not violent? Why don't I why am I not in love with weapons? There's so many questions I ask myself so much, like why don't I like alcohol? What is my deal that I don't like the taste of alcohol and I get sick, and that whole scene just fucks with me from time to time. I went to a couple Christmas parties, I went to bars, it was great. But I didn't want to sit there for 4 fucking hours,
Right.
It just wasn't who the fuck I was. I ask myself on a daily why I don't fucking love weapons at this age and buy a ton of weapons with what I was exposed to, you know what I'm saying, as a kid.
Yeah.
So...
But I mean, you had your own shit, you went to jail for violent crime. I mean, it was like, it's not like that didn't affect you. I think... I don't know, I'm no fucking expert, but if you weren't raised in that environment, do you think you would have went to jail for a violent crime later on in life? I don't think so. I think that's very much affected who you were, and I think I was always headed for the can. You think so?
I think so. I was always headed for the can. I always had that demeanor. I was always headed to the can. I think about what's the excuse that my mother died? That's why I went to the can. Let's pretend my mother was alive. 1980 would have came, I would have stayed at the house. One way or another, I would have gotten into cocaine. It was just in my future. It was too much there.
I see it on your face now.
It's amazing. It's amazing how we were the prime target. We were the first generation that cocaine came and swept us off our feet. And again, I do a personal, what's that? Not a survey, a census. I do a census of my friends. And I do a census of the people who grew up with families, and the people who grew up with one mother in the house, and the people whose father died. And you know what? Yeah, they all did drugs for a time being, but they also at one point got it together. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you with me?
I am, but I think but there's still the people that don't get it together, and I think a lot of them... I mean, look, I don't know. I guarantee there's studies. I guarantee
there has to be.
But it's like, I don't know, man. It's like I feel bad, dude. I grew up, I live in Harlem now, and it's very gentrified at this point. I live in a pretty nice block. It's in New York City right now. Like if you go to Harlem, and people that don't live in New York, I think they hear Harlem and they go, "Oh shit," But Harlem is very nice, and it's very gentrified. Meaning there's fucking white people there now. If you see 1 out of every 3 people are white, you're living in a nice neighborhood in New York City now. That's like a good kind of measuring stick, right? And yeah, I think. Fuck! I forget the point I was making. Fuck!
You don't forget a lot of things.
I'm so I mean, we are.
I mean, just to play devil's advocate, and we're all doing. There's no judgment here, but isn't it just like there's a way? I was very lucky. For the most part, I had a very good childhood. There's some issues, like any family, but I don't know. Like just looking at the way especially my mom, she was very no nonsense about any of that. She was a kid, and she did probably smoked weed, and maybe I don't know. She'll say no, but like she would never bring me to a casino, like one of those, like something like that. So like, do you guys think that at a point there's all like, it's just what we want to deal, like our own personal things. There's a way we have to raise the kids, but everyone has certain things that they deal with, and then they make their own choices.
I'm going to enroll with my daughter in sports. That's a given. And she likes all that shit, so it's going to be easy. I was showing her jiu-jitsu tonight, and she was digging it. There was a picture of me, the teacher today, put up at Alberto Crane's. And she goes, Daddy, that's you with your jiu-jitsu suit on. And I go, you ever want to go over there? And she's like, maybe. So she goes swimming, she's gymnastics, she goes to fucking ballet.
Yeah.
She's got a recital on Valentine's Day, the whole fucking deal.
But you're naming fucking everything. It's not even a debate. You're not, they're not growing up. And I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you that you would have went to prison no matter what. You would have done cocaine no matter what.
I knew it. No, I know.
Brother, you talking about those bricks. Look, I think it's fucking. We
got bombarded. I'm not. This is again. I'm not playing a victim. He's Syatt or Lewis. I'm not playing the victim here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. Think of being 16 today in California. Think of being 16. You got a little mustache. You got a little cute girlfriend that's a junior, right or wrong. You're banging weed.
Let me stay there for a minute.
You're banging weed, right? You're smoking weed. Mm. Let's say you were selling weed in high school. You're the cool guy. Right now, weed is legal. Right now, if you're 18, you're living in fucking heaven. I know I wouldn't be. If I just turned 18 and weed just went legal, and the way I like marijuana, I would be in fucking heaven. I don't even know what my fucking point is. Yes, I do. The point is, the way that this 18-year-olds and the 15-year-olds and the 16-year-olds are getting surrounded with fucking legal marijuana is the way my generation got swarmed with cocaine. Mm. It hit hard, bro. I still remember being at that age, 16, 17, and noticing that a lot of people were fucking doing it at that high school. A lot of kids in my we were right there. You're from Patterson. You're 20 minutes from the fucking Lincoln Tunnel. I'm fucking 7 minutes from Lincoln Tunnel. By the time I was a junior in high school, I was already copping coke in the city. I had 2 spots. What's a junior in high school? 17 years old. Mm. It was a way different. I see the people.
Even when I was in high school, I didn't really know people doing coke.
No.
Me either.
We got bombarded in a way that you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then Ozzy Osbourne with the Blizzard of Oz, Snowblind, and then Scarface came out in 1983.
No, let me ask.
And that was the beginning of the end.
And that's literally all the tenets of your personality.
What's that?
Scarface, Ozzy Osbourne.
It hit us so hard. The cocaine culture hit so hard. And then it just kept topping itself. Freebase. So people started freebasing. Then all of a sudden there was crack cocaine. Then there was this. Then people were shooting it. It came at you from so many directions that so many of us got gripped. It was inevitable. Because there was so much. We seen it go from $100 in front of us, a gram, to people coming to your house going, hey man, how you doing, Lewis? I haven't seen you in a long time. I ask you a person, can you move coke? And you're like, Joey does it, Lee does it, I guess. I'm gonna leave you a kilo. I'll come back in like a month. Just give me what you have. And you're like,
I would be dead in 2 days.
That's what it became.
Yeah.
By 1984, it was everywhere. Everywhere. You went to a club in the city, it was on tables. People snorting. It was everywhere. Every chick wanted to do it. Everybody was sniffling. Everybody would sniffle. That's how people were walking around and, acting very menage a trois. They were the cool generation now. That's it. Acid disappeared. Fucking THC crystal disappeared. Reefer disappeared, and a whole new generation came on. Fucking cocaine and Quaaludes, straight up, gangster. Straight up. And I'm 17 years old. And there's a way to make money off these ludes. You get them for $2 and you sell them for $4. You know how long 100 Quaaludes would last you when I was a junior in high school? 3 hours. 3 hours. By the time you got them on 38th Street and you walked to 76th Street and you made strategic stops, they'd be gone. That's how fast.
Yeah.
My culture, my neighborhood, got so bombarded with cocaine because all the Cubans were in Union City. It was right there. Union City becomes North Bergen. That's it. It was right there. I still remember going to apartments on 22nd and New York Avenue, and where people were fucking stash pads. Union City became a fucking stash pad. That's where they would cross it over the tunnel, put it in Union City, and shoot it out. Eventually, they moved it out to Jersey City and, places where you could just mix. The people who were doing it were Spanish, so you had to mix. But that's a very interesting area. It's a very interesting generation. It was a very interesting couple of months. I saw the cocaine take over. I saw it coming. I was right there. I heard about it for years. You heard about mumblings that somebody's dad did it. Now, my mom did it. I knew since I was a kid. I always knew that. I never messed with it. It was a different world. I made believe she didn't do it. In my little world, I made believe she didn't do it, and I didn't see it.
My mom told me one time she did coke when I was like 8, and I got really upset.
Yeah, you got upset. I saw
really
the rings
upset.
around my mother's
No,
nose.
she didn't tell me she did it that night. She told me she had done it in the past.
Right, no. I
got really upset. And the funny was, she was trying to let me know she did it. But I really resented her for not telling me she did drugs. She was a heroin addict, So, and I shouldn't have, because of the way I reacted. I just fucking wasn't ready for it. And I get it, dude. You don't want to fucking, just disappoint your kid like that. We're talking about breaking into our kids about, smoking weed, or, fucking, with telling your kids you're a heroin addict. That's another fucking level, I'm
going to have to tell my daughter I went to prison, I smoked weed, I was divorced, she has a half a sister. I got to lay all this stuff down.
Yeah.
But if I was Lee right now, I'd be pulling my hairs out of my head. That's why Lee's bald. I don't think about it. I deal with it when it pops up, and I make a fucking decision. If I sat Mercy down right now at the age of 5 and told her what I did, she don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. She can't even correlate my mother and father. That she doesn't have a grandparents on the other side. There's so many things she can't put together.
He's starting to understand. This is what he told me the other day, because he knows he met his grandpa Sid, and he died. That's his mom's father, and all his other grandparents are dead. So he understands that his grandpa Sid passed away, and he understands that that's dying, but he doesn't really get what that means. He doesn't. And you want to keep him innocent. You don't want to fucking
no.
Explain. In every fucking Disney movie, it opens up with the scene of the father getting murdered, or the mother. It was Bambi. Was the mother? It was originally Bambi. The mom got murdered, but then it turned into the dad. Fucking Lion King, Good Dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, super early in the fucking movie, and then I gotta watch it with my kid and not cry like a baby in front of him.
Oh, I watch all those movies and cry in front of her. She don't give a fuck. She just looks at me and giggles and says, "Oh, daddy." Oh, daddy.
Ah, shit.
It's fucking crazy. No. I mean, Doug, how can I tell my daughter? I sit here with you. We got 2,000 hours of us talking about finger banging and eating chicks out with Coke rocks. I need my daughter to go on iTunes when she's 18 and listen to this shit. No.
Yeah.
So what I do is I do write a journal for my daughter. And sometimes I write in it twice a month. And it's just a page at a time. No big fucking 8-page. Just a page of what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing in her, what I want for her. Little things. What your day should be like. Don't be a fucking promiscuous, dirty whore. That's like every other sentence. That's how every other paragraph starts. Yeah. Don't suck dick till you're 29.
That's like the little notes at the bottom of each page. Like you have a special separate note about
like, the ingredients.
Watching out for men like us.
Like a sushi restaurant, and they have an asterisk. If you eat raw food, it's on your own. Same fucking deal. No. I'm just writing to her because if something happens to me, I don't want her to have any fucking misconceptions like I did. I don't know much about my father. There's a guy in Miami telling me my father got shot. For years, I read the autopsies. I saw the newspaper articles. I heard the stories from my mom. I heard the stories from her friends. He died of a heart attack. He was snorting heroin. There's always something. So I don't. To this day, I got two options. I could go to Cuba, hire a boat to go to Cuba and decompose his body and see if he's got a hole in his head. Or what is wrong with people? So I just let it go. What are you going to do? You want me to fucking go to a psychiatrist and open up fucking wounds? I don't have time to bleed right now. I'm too old. I got a short window and I got to fucking raise a child.
I think people, my son's mother used to be obsessed with me, like going to a therapist. And I've been in therapy recently, and it's good. It is. But like we do, when you're doing podcasting and, you're writing jokes. I think writing jokes is the most fucking therapeutic thing in the world. If you're talking about dark shit on stage and you're trying to find funny shit and like really dark fucked up shit, that is the most therapeutic way to explore something that's fucking like I talk about I don't really talk about my mom's death yet. I will though. I have to, obviously. I talk about my dad's death, but I think like that's I don't think there's. Sorry, guys. My mushrooms are starting to really kick in, so I apologize if I'm not really making sense.
We're dropping knowledge on this motherfucker.
But no, I feel like that's like.
But also, as you're raising your son,
way more therapeutic than anything else.
You know what's therapeutic? When you look at your son, and you're raising him your way, and you think of little things how your mom raised you. You ever take him to the park and you're looking at him? And for 2 minutes, you get this memory of you and what you were going through at that age. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get that. I get that.
Oh, all the time.
I get that all the time.
Oh, it's fucking brutal.
You touch and relive your childhood.
Well, that's the thing right now.
You have a child.
5 is the age, right? 5 is the age because that's when I start to really remember having a memory. Like a real memory. That's why you're saying, like, 5, they don't get it. No, they get it, dude. Think back to your first memories, dude. You were 5, you were in kindergarten. You remember kindergarten. You remember going to fucking kindergarten every day. You remember thinking, very cognitively, very like, I remember looking at the world like it was the world. It wasn't like Candyland and fucking Muppets. It was the fucking world, and that, I always kind of like made a weird thing. I was like, when, as soon as my kid was old enough to have a memory, I wanted to make sure that I was like doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had at least some shit going on. It wasn't like, you have to grow up being like poor and like without like toys and like, that's fucking like, the worst.
I grew up okay. She gave me a lot of love, That's one thing. She gave me a lot of love. She taught me lessons. She punched me in the head a few times. She was brutally honest with me, which I really appreciate, and I appreciate today. And it's probably the reason why I am with people. I try to be brutally honest. Fuck it, Life is too short. She spoiled me. And that's why I'm telling you, I was always destined for jail because she spoiled me.
Right.
I was ruined. At the age of 15, I already knew I could make money slinging. I hit the number. 8 months before my mother died, I hit the number on my birthday. And I took half of it. I gave a piece to my mother, a piece to the bookie. I put a piece in the bank, and I took.
How much did you win?
$5,000.
Oh, nice.
And I took the money and I...
Like, when you say hit the number, is that like pick 4?
No. With a book.
What does that mean?
With a bookmaker. Like, you go into the Bronx and you bet 3 numbers. 604, $5 gets you $2,500.
Okay, so it's just like the state lottery. It's just fucking... It's just fuck legal. The state. Fuck the state.
You do go into the Bronx. I think I won $2,500. I gave the bookie a $500 tip. I gave my mother...
Why?
What?
Why does he get a $500 tip?
You always give the bookie a $500 tip because you have them on the tab most of the year. Not only that, that's the way it is when you hit a number.
Jesus Christ.
But the moral of the story is I took that money, and in those days there was this guy named Joe, and I used to buy 4 ounces of weed from him for $100, and I would double my money constantly. And once I started making money from the weed at 15, I started getting mescaline from this guy named Lefty. And I would get little hits of mescaline.
So it's a guy named Lefty that's got mescaline.
I used to get 100 hits from $85. Bro, you sell those for $3 a piece.
Yeah.
And then Lefty started flaking on me. So I took my actions to East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. There's a college there, Pennsylvania, whatever. And I started copping there. That was the heavy shipment. They were bringing me ups, Black Beauties, fucking diet pills. You could snort them and get all fucked up. But their specialty was acid and stuff. And I made a lot of money doing that. So I had realized at 17 that you don't need to work. That's not a good thing to realize at the age of 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm telling you from experience here, I wouldn't blow smoke up your ass. I was going to do time somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
If you know my personality, I'm going to push the envelope till I get caught, and then I'll figure it out. Yeah. I'll push the envelope. That's what comedians do. We push the envelope, and then we figure it the fuck out a little bit. So it was what I was doing then. So I was always destined for it. I'm very lucky, instead of getting 28 years, that I got 4. Do you follow me? It was always going to be a crapshoot. All right, Joey, here you go. Here's the dice. Go. It could have been 12 or it could have been 2 years. It hit me with 4. I took them like a man. It paid for my sins, and I started all over again. Don't get me wrong. I slipped a few times after that.
Yeah.
But after that, I got my shit together. When I stole the Christmas tree, I paid the money for it a year later. I always tried to cover my fucking bets after that, man. Mm-hmm. And the comedy saved me. The comedy saved that criminal. And then I took the criminal mentality and put it into my comedy. Into
of course.
And that's where
it's the same thing.
It's the same fucking thing.
We talked about sales before on the show, but it all comes down to that formula, and you can figure out how to make that work for whatever you decide to do. It just happens to work really, really well for comedy. That's I think that comedy. Yeah, I did. Comedy.
Here comes a cop.
There we go.
So eat those mushrooms. The cops are coming. Eat those mushrooms, Lee.
You eat the mushrooms. You're way better than I am.
Yeah, you like them. You like them. I'll test positive for fucking.
I moved to New York from the suburbs when I was like 19, and I started promoting for a comedy club. And I started making like $500 a week selling comedy club tickets on the street. And that's literally what saved my life. Because I was just doing whatever I could do. $500 a week when I was 18 years old was like a fucking 19. It was like $1 million. My mom never made more than $200 a week.
Yeah, it is $1 million when you're 19.
That was fucking crazy, dude.
You walk around, you're tipping Chinese waiters.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like,
fuck, Jack.
Dude, I was crushing it. Okay, and and I was willing to do whatever. At that point, I had no like moral compass, so I would steal, I would fucking cheat, I would do whatever it was, dude. I got caught up in some shit, and I almost, it just happened to be that I answered an ad to start selling comedy club tickets, and it made me $500 a week. It was actually easier to make that $500 a week selling comedy club tickets than it was to go and do the bullshit I was doing to make. I was making a lot. I wasn't hustling at a high level. You know what I'm saying? I was hustling like I was like stealing sneakers from models, and I got a friend who had the thing that took the tags off. So we'd steal like 4 or 5 pair of sneakers and sell them at the pizzeria. I mean, it's like stupid shit. This is like the worst garbage.
But it cover your spread.
Of course, got weed.
It's
about getting fucking weed and gas money.
Getting weed and a little lunch.
What is it about pizzerias?
My thing. What do you mean?
You with a Nick the Greek?
What do you mean?
Nick the Greek with the jewelry.
Yeah.
Pizzeria owners are shady people. If you ever meet a person who owns a pizzeria, I promise you that's not the only thing they do. They have some other fucking crazy cover.
God, I had no idea. Okay.
Look into their eyes. Look into a pizzeria owner's eyes. They got fucking darkness behind their eyes.
Nicky Pizza. Nicky fucking Pizza. I tortured that guy for 5 years. Nicky Pizza, dog. But I was loyal. I was a loyal soldier.
Yeah.
I stuck it out with Nicky Pizza. But we caused havoc in there, dog.
I gotta run and take a piss, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll never forget being in there one night and two dudes got into a fight. And that's when he used to put the full container with mozzarella cheese, the sugar ones, filled. And they started like going like this, and the one guy finally took the fresh pepper and threw it at him. This guy took the Parmesan, threw it at him, and all of a sudden there was a cheese fight in there with Parmesan cheese. The place was covered. Get up, let's do it. Go pee.
Oh yeah, I want to hear this now. No, I really want to hear this now. I'm not making it up.
That's it. But they just had a fucking huge brawl.
I thought the owner of the pizzeria was going to come out with a gun and shoot people in the head.
No,
because they're dark fucking people.
Nicky Pizza was a degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
Which meant that if you were hungry one day and you went there at 3 and there was a sign, be back at 4:30, he was at the Meadowlands.
And there's a good chance he might not come back.
No, he always came back. Okay. He always came back, bro. That was Nicky Pizza.
He came back in time for dinner?
He was a Greek. He always came back.
How pissed were you, though, when he wasn't there at 3? Because that's like right after school. You must have been starving.
Let me tell you something. When you went there at 3 o'clock and Nicky Pizza was closed, bro, you threw a fucking small fit. Because you were stoned and you were counting on that ham cheese. And he was going to put on the tab. He had a tab.
You did not have a tab in high school.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
I had a tab at Nick's Pizza.
Jesus.
Hashways. The Chinese store. The Chinese store by 38th Street, the Dragon Grocery. I had a tab in there for a while.
Okay.
I had a tab at the Spick store.
Okay.
On 38th Street and fucking Liberty Avenue. Yes, I did. You ran tabs and you paid them on Friday. You didn't need fucking to have money on you at all times. If you played basketball, I also had a tab at the fucking place around the corner from the basketball court when I was a kid. They sold iced tea and lemonade and orange juices in those, like regular milk containers.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Only the 16-ounce ones. Remember those?
No.
When iced teas first came out.
Oh, the big ones.
They came out in a 16-ounce.
Nesteas?
Way before Nestea.
Okay.
This was like a fucking mom and pop Dairyland. They would make this lemon iced tea that was delicious. It hit the spot. And they also made fruit punch or something. And we would go around the corner from 38th Street basketball courts. You walked up about 50 yards. And right before you hit that body shop there was a fucking, a little joint there that sold you those. They sold them to truck companies would come pick up the juices. It was like a juice
okay,
company.
Right. So, like, how much of a tab did you have going every week? Did you have like $100 every running around town?
No, the Dragon, the Chinese place.
All right, let's lighten the mood.
The Chinese place I would only front from on Sundays when my mother was alive. Once my mother died, I never fronted from him again because my mother would stop in there and pay the tab on the way up the hill to the bar. And then the Spick store, once I got out of there, because he used to make steak sandwiches on Fridays, so it was basically for Fridays. And then I had the Hashways. My tab was there till 1983. And then I had another tab in 94. You could run your tab up to about $50 and turkey sandwiches, potato salad.
I would go pick up shit at the local deli on my mom's tab for her. I'd pick up cigarettes when I was 7. I was allowed to pick up cigarettes for my mom
with a note. Not even a note. Not even a note.
It was a note.
It was a note, right?
You had a note.
You had to have a note from your mother that would give you cigarettes, Lee.
That's crazy.
That was it. $1.75 a pack.
Now our favorite 7-Eleven got busted.
Did they?
Yeah, that's why they don't have cigarettes.
For what? For selling with kids? Is it 18 or 21 in California?
I don't know, but
18.
I know that. We go to a fucking spot. I've been going to that 7-Eleven for years. Me and Lee have been busted because it's close to the police station. So nothing's going to go down in there. Nothing ever goes down in there. It's close to a police station, like 50 yards. I don't fuck with this one. This one down the corner here on Magnolia, that's a fucking, somebody's going to get shot in there. But that one over there is a cool spot, and it's close to the place we hang out at, the fourth wall. In fact, you got to meet some girl tomorrow night there, Lee, at 7 o'clock.
I'll be there at 6, 7, 8.
She's a Chinese girl or Asian girl. I just talked to her tonight at the 7-Eleven. So she's going to meet you there. So how long are you in town for?
Me? Just till Tuesday.
Okay. And what are you going to be doing here?
I'm doing Kill Tony tomorrow, but I came because I run a podcast network, and I do a podcast with Michael Bisping, and we're setting up a video version of his show. So we came out to set up some tech, and then we also just signed Lisa Ann on to the network, who is she's I think she's I don't want to fuck up the title, but she's the most famous
adult entertainer.
Not adult, but like MILF entertainer.
Okay.
She was Nailing Palin. That was like her biggest like role. She played Sarah Palin. But she's fucking really a great broadcaster. She's been on Sirius XM for years, doing like a fantasy sports radio show. So yeah, we're setting up her with a couple things tomorrow. So just a little fun.
How many podcasts are you personally on?
All right, technically I'm on 4.
And Legion of Skanks is your main one.
Yeah, I got Legion of Skanks, which is like it's filthy. We talk about whatever is going on in the world that week, and we really just try to be as offensive as possible with it, which I think is really fucking healthy. I think you need it. I really think you
got to get it out there.
People are pussies.
Yeah, you got to get it out there.
Yeah. And then I got another one called Real Ass Podcast, which is kind of me just taking a little bit more of a serious take at stuff. And then Believe You Me with Michael Bisping. And then I also host the Roast Masters, which is the East Coast version of Roast Battle. So Brian Moses and Jeff Ross, they technically produce the show at the Stand, and I host it every week, but we have a podcast version of the show. So that goes out as well, and they're all available on my podcast network.
And you're going on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Your girl moved to New York with you now. You're a new man.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, dude. She moved out.
Look at you.
Doing long distance for like 6 months, and then, yeah.
Good for you, man. You got shit going on. Always hustling.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
I always read your tweets and shit.
Yeah, I'm really pumped, dude. Now we might get you on the fucking Legion of Skanks podcast next month.
No, when you come here to LA, I think I'm home. So just keep on me. Check the website.
Yeah, Joe.
Keep on the website, and I'll let you know what's crack-a-lackin', brother.
Fucking really, really good time together.
No, I know. We do. That mushroom was nice. It hit me.
Oh, yeah.
See, my mushroom hit me. I got the 32-minute mark.
You almost got me to cry. There was a little, I felt it in my eye, and I was like, you fucking cocksucker. And I stopped myself. Yeah.
Good.
But I don't even get to be on mushrooms to do that. If you just mentioned my mom.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I have a mom that passed also, so I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And, when you don't have a mom, you grow up a certain way. You grow up tough, but Donna didn't have a mom. A lot of people.
Oh, my mom's good friend Madonna?
Yeah, good friend Madonna. That's fucking crazy. And your dad died. He got stabbed in Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it a little bit on the kick side. Good for you, man. You pulled out of that.
Yeah.
You're not crying the blues. You're 35 now, right?
Yeah.
You're a good man. If you were going to be hung on heroin, you would have been stung on heroin already.
That's it, baby.
And you're fucking doing this hustle, man.
I haven't tried it yet.
Good. No. Don't try it. I gave some to Lee one night. Mm-hmm. He thought it was fucking.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. He thought it was. He thought it was an edible. Oh. I gave him a little heroin powder, like heroin dust, like the mushrooms tonight. You should have seen him. He was fucking. He was drooling. Till this day, he doesn't believe it.
I didn't. You didn't ask. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. It was a little cookie. I mean, you're not going to test positive now, but.
Thank you.
You would have a year and a half
He
ago.
dosed you with heroin.
I would love to take a full drug test.
Just to see.
That's out of your system. How long does heroin stay in your system? Like a week? Not even.
Yeah, that's
3 days.
Stop
3
that.
days.
No,
3 days tops.
6 months. 6 months.
There's no way he'd give me heroin.
The only way they could do is pull out one of the hairs from his beard just to see what's in this fucking beard, or they'll take a long hair, like his pubic hair.
Do you know all the
How long do you think
time?
my pubic hair is, Joe? It's not that long.
Huh?
Do you know all the amount of time it takes for drugs to stay in your system?
When I was in the halfway house, you hear rumors and rumblings: 3 for cocaine, 30 for THC.
Yeah, coke is 3 days. That's quick. In and out.
No, but cocaine in and out. Those metabolites cook in your fucking body.
Yeah.
So let's pretend you get high on Friday night. What are you going to do? 2 bumps? No, you're going to go deep into
On Monday night?
No, Friday night.
What kind of fucking animal am I?
Yeah, so let's say you get the party started on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you go to Saturday morning. You're going to test positive till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday at some part of the day, you'll be fine on Wednesday. If you drink water, go for a little run, lift some weights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Help a little bit. Help. Everything helps, you know what I'm saying?
Sweat.
If you sweat, if you have a little THC, I know for a fact. I know that my last stint at the halfway house, I had a joint in my gym. I had a gym I paid $35 for, in downtown Boulder at the time. I had a punching bag, weights, a bench, and a cassette deck, and 3 cassettes. Like, that's it. I had like U2, Pyromania, and Kathy Dennis. And I would go in there at night, take 2 hits off the joint. It was a thin joint, and I go, and I put the joint out, and I get fucking baked. And I hit the bag, and I drink water, and I pee, and I keep doing that. And I get peed once a week, and I never came back positive.
Really?
And they always test you for THC.
Yeah.
1 hit a week.
Weed's supposed to be
1 hit a week.
for 1 a week.
You can't be a fat fuck like I am now. I don't think it would work now. This is when I was 20.
I think your fat holds on to the
This
THC
is when I
or
was
something.
27.
I don't know. I read that one time something.
Yeah, this is when I was 27, 28. I was doing the halfway house. 90, 89. Yeah. So what was going on was I forced myself to always drink cranberry juice, no soda, and tons of water. I would sit there at night with glass upon glass of water, especially if I did blow. And nothing really worked. I mean, time is the healer of all wounds. I know now they have shit online. They have shit at head shops that you're clean within minutes.
Really?
I do not know
No.
any about that shit.
No.
Yep. Yes.
Get
Yes.
out of town. Clean within
Yes.
minutes?
If you know anything that cleans your urine, please tweet it to fucking Louis Gomez over here.
I don't need to have clean urine, I don't think.
No, but find out what it is.
But it's interesting.
So if somebody ever goes on your podcast, because I like to find out.
Yeah.
I like to find out what the fuck it is. That's
I would love to know what it is. If it cleans your urine in minutes, where you can go and just you drink it or eat it, and then you know.
When
it's
I went home, I had a friend that was on probation, and he said he had gotten hit on a Saturday to go pee on a Monday, and he drank one of those, and now he had another one in his glove compartment. And I go, what is that doing? He goes, to mask it. I'll come back clean, and he came back clean.
My buddy, when I was younger, would take it because he had probation. They would check, and he knew when they were testing him. He knew exactly every time. And the way it worked is you had to buy like fucking 3 of them, and it was like a bright red liquid. You had to buy them at like a vitamin shop, and you had to. There's rules about peeing. You had to pee a bunch before. This was you had to pee a bunch before. Okay, you had to pee
Speaking
like
of peeing, I gotta go pee.
Yeah,
Keep telling the story.
but you had to pee like 3 or 4 times before you even took this the morning of.
Right.
Then you had to chug like fucking the entire thing. It was like a sugary, crazy thing. And then your next pee had to be that pee. And when you peed, it was like a fucking bright, like orange color. And people were getting popped all the time for it. But I don't know if it like cleans your shit. Maybe that's the same thing. Maybe
That's
that's what
scary.
it's talking
I
about.
can't imagine. And I know he didn't, but how funny would it be if Joey just abandoned ship? He was just like, I gotta go. I know he didn't, but
Well, if he just left.
yeah, if he just left.
And we just did the show together now, the
That'd
Lee and
be-
Lewis show.
Yeah, I can't imagine. See, that's what I don't understand. Like it sounds judgmental, and it is, I guess, kind of. But it's just like if you're on probation and you know what's gonna happen, like, why put yourself through that?
Why wouldn't you just stop? I have a buddy who's on
Like,
probation
still, like,
now. Who just
especially
stopped.
with the weed. Like,
Look, here's
I
the truth.
get if you're addicted to something really terrible.
Yeah. Look, here's the truth. You know, it's probably good to stop smoking weed every once in a while.
Yeah, I did like a week and it was great.
You did a full week?
Almost. I think I did like 6 days once when Joey was gone for a while.
That's not even impressive.
It's not. It's the most I've done in 6
that's
years.
unremarkable. You cannot see and even bring that into the conversation.
No.
Yeah. And you didn't smoke weed at all before you started hanging out with Joey?
I mean, I had smoked occasionally.
Yeah,
Nothing.
once in a blue.
Nothing like full term.
But you aren't what the fuck you are today, which is
No.
a fucking pure beast of a human.
And I've lost it because I was sick for a while, so I didn't smoke any bong hits. I used to be not terrible at it. Now I'm terrible again.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting what we talked about tonight. I'm happy you fucking came on the podcast. We didn't talk about anything crazy. We talked about raising our kids and what our parameters were.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I just saw the effect it had on me. And when it came time to making the decision, that was the deal closer. That my mom does it. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
That was the decision all the way through.
You think more kids would die with how it seems so easy to kill a child? You think about this, right? Like my kid, you know, he's a fucking pretty smart kid. And I think about like how close his head has come to hitting like the corners of tables and like cracking his head on fucking like whatever it is, dude. Just everyday life. He's almost, when he was a baby, he was almost dying fucking, I don't know, maybe that's me just being a paranoid father, but it just felt like he was inches from death at every single moment. I'm surprised more kids don't die, is what I'm saying.
I hope none of them do die.
Me too. You're such a nicer person than I am.
No, I don't ever want children to die, bro.
No, of course. Who wants children to die?
Don't even put that out there. Don't even mention it out of your lips.
I'm gonna knock on wood.
And put the fucking malook on anybody.
Yeah.
You always want, you never want to bury a child, bro. You want them to bury you when you're old and fucking sick and ready to punch the fucking ticket. What's your next date? Talk to me here, Tarzan.
March 23rd, 24th, Boston. Nick's Comedy Stop.
Shit.
Week after, be in Los Angeles with the Legion of Skanks. So yeah, come out, support GomezComedy.com. GasDigitalNetwork.com is the website. There's 17 podcasts on the network now. So yeah, come and check us out.
You're a fucking regular Dick Clark cocksucker. I love it. Don't forget, you savages, Austin is sold out. So I'll see you next week in Charlotte, North Carolina at the motherfucking Comedy Zone, all right? And that's it. That's all I got right now. I got a date in Denver. I'm waiting to hear on the fucking surgery. So I'll keep you detailed on that. And that's it. I want to thank my main man, Mr. Gomez, for stopping. It's a short trip. He could have been doing 1,000 things. Instead, he came in here and fucking dropped some knowledge on him. He ate some mushrooms like a man. They're starting to hit Lee.
Oh, it started.
This is another episode of Lee in outer space.
Not quite. Almost.
Where's the horn, Lee? You haven't played the horn in a long time.
The horn?
The siren and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, hit me with the siren, Lee. This is what you'll be feeling like at midnight tonight, Lee. By yourself. Well, we're young, Lee.
Okay.
Before people shoot themselves. That is tremendous. I love that fucking horn. All right, give it a breather. Does your business have any New Year's resolutions? Here's an important one every business should consider. Make your hiring process more efficient and effective. This year, let ZipRecruiter help. No one has done a better job of transforming how you find your business and the right talent than they have. All right? In need of a great talent for your business, this is it. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. Then ZipRecruiter actively looks for the most qualified candidates and invite them to apply. They even review every application to identify the top candidates so you never miss a great match, okay? That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other hiring sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on the right candidates finding you. It finds them. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get quality candidates through the site in just one day. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire, period. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes and industries to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, today, our listeners, our family, can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. Free. That's right. Free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. CHURCH. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. All right. Listen, ZipRecruiter posts your job to 100 of the web's leading job boards with just one click. One more time. This is for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Number 2, I got to thank my family over there on it that I'm going to see this weekend while I'm in Austin. As far as supplements are concerned, they are the fucking cream de la crop. From Alpha Brain to New Mood to Shroom Tech Immune. You know how many fucking Shroom Tech Immunes I'll pop before I get on that fucking plane? I'll be sitting next to 3 little Japanese guys with masks and I'll be blowing at them the whole fucking time. Tip top Magoo. Because I took my fucking on it.
Shroom
Tech Immune here. I'm forgetting my words. I'm sorry. You know how it goes. It's the end of the podcast. What do you want? Anyway, listen, don't take it from me. Go to honor.com right now and look at the great selection of supplements with Alpha Brain, New Mood, Shroom Tech Sport, Shroom Tech Immune. Listen, you can't go wrong. You want to go an extra round of jiu-jitsu? Look at the Shroom Tech Sport. Let your lungs expand when you eat those fucking mushrooms that Aubrey's got in those delicious containers. You understand me? You'll be jumping up and down for days. But listen, don't take it from me. Go to honor.com right now and press in
Church.
Bam! And get 10% off your first order delivered right to the crib. Who's better than you? I want to thank ZipRecruiter one more time. I want to thank Honor one more time. I want to thank my man Louis Lopez Gomez. I'm sorry. I always fuck up people's names.
Lopez is a good man himself.
Gomez. I want to thank him again. I want to thank the Christ Killer. And I want to thank you, the church family, for fucking supporting. Don't forget, the 25th of January, Charlotte, the Comedy Zone, bitches. Let's do it. It's going to be cold. Listen, the mule's on its way. I got the mule. Just in case he breaks down, I gave the fucking guy on the mule roller skates. The weed and the stars will get to Charlotte. See you Wednesday night. I love you, motherfucker. Stay black. Have a great day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Black people, rise, cocksucker.